Don't fucking ask me. I don't give a fuck the resume that they send. I don't give a fuck. I'm not endorsing no fucking presidents no more. Because we could fund 2 wars. Motherfuckers talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like, we're the greatest nation. No, the fuck we're not. We're going through some shit right now. Like, say it. We really going through, we really are fucked right now. And yeah, we talking about we could fund 2 wars. That's like a nigga trying to front like, yeah, I got the money to support 2 bitches, but you really don't. Y'all talk about y'all don't make negotiation with the odds. Well, y'all need to sit the fuck down with these people and find agreement. No, we cannot fund these fucking wars. We can't. Keep it a bean. We can't. This is fucking crazy. And then you know what? I told myself this week, like, yo, the internet right now is too dark because celebrity drama, of course, we love it. We infuse with it. We watch it. But it's like, yo, that's little of what's really going on in the world right now. That's nothing compared to what's going on in the world right now. The world is in fucking shambles. Thank you. All right. Vice President Kamala Harris, thank you for having me. I do not take lightly the call to show up, the call to speak up, the call to deliver a message that's been on my heart for a hot minute now. Now, I took my time writing this speech, so I'm gonna make sure I deliver it right. Because I got something I've been wanting to say for a long time. I've been saying it on Twitter, on my Instagram, and I'm ready to tell it to you now. Y'all ready to listen? All right, now. All right. Just like Kamala Harris, I too have been the underdog. I've been underestimated. My success belittled and discredited. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Women have to work 10 times harder, perform 10 times better, and still people question us how we got to the top. They be like, how she got there? Hold on, let me warm up. Yeah.
Hey y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Sometimes you gotta really see who people surround themselves with. I mean, you gotta watch who you surround yourself with personally. By the way, don't mind if this video gets shaky. I forgot one of the mounting screws for my GoPro today. I had to go out and run some errands, so I've actually got my cell phone in the mount on my dashboard. It might get a little shaky. If it does, I apologize. I just want to get this thought off my head real quick while I had it fresh. Like I said, you gotta watch who you surround yourself with, and when you want to form an opinion about others or make a judgment about others, you need to see who they surround themselves with too. You know where I'm going with this. This all happens to have to do with the election, of course. The current candidate on the Republican side, Donald Trump, he's aligned himself with former presidential candidates that ran against him, former Democrats, lifelong family Democrats, the Kennedys. He's aligned himself and allied up with a lot of people that didn't have his back and shouldn't have his back, and probably don't agree with everything on him. That's the kind of stuff you need in this world. First of all, before I even get into who you surround yourself with, the first thing you need to realize is you don't want to be in a complete echo chamber. You don't want everybody to agree with you. You don't want everybody to think exactly the same as you. Otherwise, you have an army of clones at that point, and you don't really get anything accomplished with it. If everybody agrees and everybody thinks the same, you never move forward in life. Failure, injury, those are the kind of things we learn from and progress in our development, in our intelligence. You're not going to progress at all if you don't have any obstacles. So with that said, he's also aligning himself with just real people. You got presidential candidates, you got Kennedys, you just got everything. You got Tulsi Gabbard, you got RFK, you got Vivek, you've got. I honestly am a huge fan of JD Vance. I can't wait to vote for him in 2028 if he runs. But you got a lot of people from all walks of life. You know, you got females, you got, again, Democrats, lifelong Democrats. You got people from the backwoods of Ohio and wherever else J.D. Vance grew up. Yeah, I did watch the movie, but I already forgot. You know, you really got to, and you got Vivek, you know, he's a successful businessman. You got to surround yourself with people that can contribute to your development. And I mean ideas and intellect. I don't mean development as in like real estate. You got to surround yourself with people like that, though. You know, I learned this at a really young age, and I try to monitor this with my kids. Is who you surround yourself with, it has a direct influence on you personally, and it really says a lot about you and the decisions you make in life. Now let's flip the script on that real quick. I don't want to make this too long of a video. That clip I just showed you, that's the kind of person Kamala surrounds herself with. I mean, we've got her bringing all these celebrities, ironically, all of which have hung out with P. Diddy. Go figure. But, you know, we got her bringing out people on stage, you know, fooling her rally attendees into thinking there's going to be some kind of concert or something. You know, she's surrounding herself with, you know, you got people like CardiB, who literally is most famous for her song Wet, ASS, and then you know what. That's her claim to fame, is a song about that, and her bragging about how she used to roofie men so she could rob them when they passed out. I mean, that's the kind of people she surrounds herself with. It's insane to me, honestly, that any presidential candidate or even the sitting vice president would want to associate herself with someone who admits to stuff like that, and just is vile. I mean, she's a vile creature, CardiB, that is. The fact that anybody would want her as a role model or a representation of themselves is disgusting to me. And by the way, I'm a huge rap fan. You may not know this or care. I'm a huge rap fan, and I mean hardcore. You know, I was a police officer, but I used to roll around listening to NWA. Like I'm hard. Offensive music does not bother me in the least. I listen to all kinds of offensive music. I've got offensive music paused in my car right now. The point being is, if I'm trying to make a presentation for my business and to somebody important, I'm not going to sit there and have that music in the background, or I'm not going to have Ice Cube, you know, come with me to my business meeting. You know, you separate your entertainment from your business. So, you know, Kamala can listen to CardiB all she wants, or Glorilla. I'm out of touch. I'm old. I don't know who Glorilla even is. She can listen to that kind of music all she wants, but to bring them on stage as the vice president of the United States, vying for the president, you know, job, like, are you kidding me? That's disgusting. Are you kidding me? And then she, you know, of course, surrounds herself with tons of millionaires and billionaires. You know, Beyonce, I already said CardiB, you know, all these actors and actresses that are coming out for her. Again, all of which have been photographed with Diddy. Kind of weird. But all these stars and these superstars, they are super rich, super elite. That's all the Democratic Party has become lately. And what drives me crazy is they're over here trying to claim, you know, that Donald Trump and his rich billionaire friends want to do this and want to do that. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where's all his rich billionaire friends at? Because last time I checked, literally the entire lineup for everything Kamala does is rich billionaires telling me how to vote and telling me how my life should be when they haven't walked a day in my shoes. You know, when's the last time Leonardo DiCaprio had to go buy his own groceries? When's the last time he had to go to Walmart and get some hamburger helper because, you know, the $10 a pound ground beef was just killing him and he couldn't afford the sides, so he had to go get some hamburger helper to go with it. You know, like, when's the last time any of those people had to do that kind of stuff? So look at who each candidate surrounds themselves with, and that tells you a lot about their character and a lot about their integrity. Again, Kamala surrounded herself with nothing but elite, rich billionaires, and then, of course, ghetto, just ratchet, whatever the heck. So ironically, sorry about that, ironically that was a political pollster phone call. Imagine that. Anyway, so you just really got to see who people surround themselves with, who they associate with. That tells you a lot about their character and a lot about their true intentions. You know, yeah, the argument would be, oh, well, Trump has Elon Musk vouching for him and he's a billionaire. Yeah, great. But what is Elon Musk doing? He's trying to literally get in there so he can trim all the BS spending that we're doing. I mean, you know, he's trying to save us money and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like surrounding yourself with such just disgusting people, like she's been doing at her rallies, really tells you a lot about her true character. You know, that's that. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video. One more day. I can't urge you enough to get out there and vote for Trump. You ain't got to like the man. You ain't got to be friends with the man. You ain't got to date the man. All we're trying to do is get our country back on track. You know, if he doesn't do a good job at it, fine. It's his second term. He can't run again anyway. And we'll concede and say, you know what? Hey, maybe we were wrong. He didn't do a great job. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I have no problem admitting if I'm wrong. But for now, I heavily feel that I'm right, and you need to get him in office because he's already proven it once. He can prove it again. Let's do this. It's got to tell you something when he has this many people on his team. You're not just getting Trump. You're getting Trump. You're getting Vance. You're getting Gabby, Tulsi Gabbard. You're getting Tulsi. Sorry, I have a niece named Gabby. You're getting Tulsi. You're getting Vivek. You're getting RFK. You're getting all these people. It's not just Trump you're getting. So just think about that. Let that sink in real quick. You're getting a very diverse team. You know, we've been talking about unity and coming together and crossing party lines all this time. Trump is literally trying to do that right here and now. And you have the chance to make it happen. It just takes your vote. So get on out there and vote. Again, put my man Trump in there. Let him have one more shot. He did good the first time. Let him have a try to fix it up for us. And then he'll be on his merry way. And we can see what happens. So y'all take care. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow at the election results.